Josh, this is Lila. She's a 3-year-old Springer Spaniel from New York City. She's very smart, but she does not listen, especially when distracted. She has a major barking problem. She barks at really bad doorbells, door knocking, and even when the people come in.
And it continues barking?
Yes, she barks at everything from her balcony. She barks and lunges at dogs.
From her balcony?
Yes,
that's fine.
in New York City. However, they did say there's one other dog on their floor that's way worse than her, so.
Right.
But it's pretty hard to live with her.
It's not desirable.
Anxiety, so constant pacing, the whining. Like she'll whine to go outside and then whine to come back in, and whining all the time.
She doesn't know what she
No,
wants.
at the beach, they did let her off leash, and while she doesn't run away, she does not come when called. And it can be she comes back when she wants to, and it can be very stressful. And, at the drop off, she was just eating everything in sight on the ground. She almost ate a cigarette. She went up sticks.
She's 3, right?
She's 3. They live right near Central Park. They'd like to be able to walk her nicely, have her off leash.
She's bad bowler.
Uh-huh.
Just from what I've seen.
Yep. She pulled me from the car to the house. They said if they're just doing like a quick potty outside, she's not pulling them, but if they're walking her anywhere, especially if she knows she's going somewhere fun, she'll pull the whole time. Plays with other dogs. But yeah, she's on a 4-week program. No bites. However, I said, have you ever felt like she could bite? And they said, yeah, because of the barking it so much when people come in.
There's like that pressure.
Yes.
Gotcha. So maybe a little.
The ride was good. Yeah, definitely. The ride was good. She just laid down and slept. Barking like crazy when we first put her in the car, but then she stopped.
Hi, how are you? You good girl. Let you off this. How's that good?
So we're not putting much pressure on her. We're not gonna reach a hand over. Getting down low on her level and down to the side is a good way to test consent. Does the dog want you to pet them? If she did, she'd come over to Josh. We're not gonna put any pressure on her. We are gonna start probably with a tone recall. So she'll hear the beep and then Josh will give her the information, which is not difficult. And she'll learn to come to the beep.
What's her name again?
Lila.
Lila. You good girl. I see what you want here. You want out here. Yeah. I like your ears. They're very cute.
Springer Spaniel. I haven't done much research, but I think they're bred for hunting.
Oh, good. You like to hunt? Is that fun?
This is
what
good.
a nice young lady. Oh, good. Well, that's nice. You're a good girl, huh? Yes.
They said she knows place, but won't stay on the bed. I'm like, oh, that's useful.
Is that right? Is that right?
Cool, she can get on the bed. She just won't stay on.
What a pretty girl. Okay. I guess we're gonna start like this, okay? You stay, okay? That you do that. No.
That's not a stay.
You stay, okay? Can you do that? You're so cute. What a good dog.
That's not stay.
It's okay.
So we're putting some context to it. We're telling her to stay, which at 3 years old, she's heard before. And then we're opening the door. And we're saying, oh, you didn't listen to us. And that gives justification for a correction. So she'll learn stay in this context, which could be life and death. You don't ever want her rushing out of a door. Wow. And then we'll let her kind of just explore the room, and then we'll come in with a recall.
Good job. That's all.
What a cool looking dog. Yeah, that's the toy bin.
She's very, a Well, I would say she's pretty nervous.
Yeah,
Tail tucked.
removed from her pack, which is her mom and her dad. She's not in her comfort zone. The only way I can describe it is like,
What's your name again?
Lila.
Lila, come here, honey.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why I did the positive experience first.
Yes.
So that I would be a safe spot. That's why I sat down by the door.
She heard that beep and ran to you. That's amazing. Anyway, I'm explaining this, nervousness here. She didn't act like that around her owners. She was very confident, dragging them, chewing everything, whining. It's like Jesse, he's crazy here, hyper, talks all the time, wild. But then when we drop him off at like speech for the first time, he's like shy. He's acting like he can't move, he can't talk, and it's like, you're not the same Jesse as at home. He needs to get comfortable first. And that's kind of what's going on here. It's totally normal. Once she gets more comfortable around us, we'll start to see the real Lila emerge.
And I think a lot of this is because she's not necessarily going to perform what she normally does.
Right.
So she's feeling out the situation.
Yes.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at you guys.
It's nice.
She's cute.
Good. You're a very good girl.
I love the ears.
Springer spaniel. Yes.
This is good.
Spaniel.
She's saying, I'm consenting. Look, I like when you pet me.
I really like that too. There's you. That's a good girl. That was nice. Break.
Nice. Good girl. So she'll learn break is the release word.
Wow. Gonna hop over there? It's okay. Right.
So now she'll get the beep recall.
Yeah.
Wow. She's picking that up really fast, Josh.
Come here, honey. Okay, she is.
She's never had a collar on before. She has had some training, which her owners, quite frankly, just said was completely a joke.
Lots of drool. Look at that.
Yeah, they said she drools in the car and she's just fresh off of like a 5-hour car ride.
Is that? It was from the car ride.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I mean, it wasn't like
It's-
puddles, but it was a little bit. Oh, look at that.
That's a good girl. You are a good girl.
Aw. This is important. This is part of the training. She's learning Josh is safe.
Yeah. Good. And we take a breath between the reps,
Yeah, and if she's showing you softness, you're gonna retaliate and show that back to her, right? She's trying, she's showing you softness. She's being a good girl, that's when she's gonna get pets. Good girl. She's like an Oreo. Cookies and cream. Okay, so each time she walks away, the rep starts again.
Lucy?
Lila.
Lila. Lila. You're a good girl. Can you come here for me?
Good. Oh my gosh, the response to that beep is incredible already.
That's good. Can you stay? That's good. Wow. Look at you and your eye contact. That's gorgeous. Wow. That's good. Ready? Break.
Wow, good girl. Oh my gosh, she doesn't know the release word because they've never actually been able to hold her in command before.
It's all good.
Wow.
What a dog.
Look at Maggie's downward dog.
Can you imagine?
Maggie's hanging out. She's 6 months old, learning to be calm in the crate when she's not the one picked.
That's hard to do.
It's very hard to do because yesterday she was biting at the bars, pawing at the bars,
She's doing really, really
whining,
good.
digging at the floor, so she's doing amazing.
Good. We're gonna try this door here. This door.
Josh is opening up some doors, so what he's doing now is giving her some options, and then if she explores those options, it gives us an opportunity for a recall. We want all this training to make sense to her. We don't want to just doing it for no reason. That's why we like putting context to things. It's not just tricks for a treat that falls apart in real life. Her eyes are on you.
Okay, this is looking good.
This is looking very good. What a great first session.
Let's grab a dog real quick.
Which one?
I got it.
Okay. So we're gonna bring a male dog in. I'm just gonna see her responses to dogs. Josh, they did say she is a crazy player, and some dogs, she doesn't take cues, and she'll keep trying to play when the other dog doesn't want to.
Good girl.
Riggins is not threatened.
Right?
Lila. Yep, Riggins is not threatened by her at all.
No.
He's excited.
That's good. You're very good young lady.
And he's gonna say, look, I'm gonna show off. What do I have? I have all these things.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that. I'm creating a safe spot. Now if Riggins comes up, Josh will shoo him away and show her he can keep things away and keep her safe. Oh. Okay, telling him to leave her alone.
Good boy, Ricky.
Good job.
Good boy. Good.
Yay! Good girl! So she'll learn actually a lot by watching Riggins.
Let's get this.
Okay. He's meeting two females. Leaning heavily on Josh.
I'm showing her that I can keep all
Yeah.
the dogs away. It's good. It's a good start. Great.
Good girl.
Here's
Good girl, Sparky.
Here's this. Ah. Good. Very good. Very good. Very nice.
Nice sit stay.
Yeah, this is good. Okay, great.
Good girl.
Can I see that? That's good. You're good. Okay. Is this? There you go. Yeah. Break.
Yay! Now the release word makes sense. So when she wants to move, then she listens to the release word. Interesting. So now she'll get a recall back inside.
Alright guys, let's go.
She'll get the recall in now with the tone.
Come on, honey.
Yay! That was all tone.
Yay.
Wow, look at that
Wow, you are perfect.
position. Look at her.
That was good.
She's almost like, thank goodness for this training. I finally have a job.
Yeah.
I finally have somebody giving me some direction.
Yeah, she'll definitely feel better.
Yes. And look, she's not whining
Good.
like she was
Yeah.
at the beginning.
Yeah. Well, we're truly interacting and we're having a conversation.
Yeah,
Really.
back and forth.
I mean, it's a real back and forth.
Yep.
She's very invested in it. I'm invested in it. And I think that's where you can see that she's so in the conversation. She's not even in her old ways, you know. But once we'll see those things come out. But
Yeah.
once we get her on the system, she understands all the commands. We can disagree with the things that are unhealthy and unwanted, and we can tell her what to do instead. Live like that for a few weeks, and we see the mind really heal and adjust, and they feel comfortable because they have the consistency of the training and the commands. So even if the situation's different or this person's new, I can rely on the communication with my handler to do the commands I'm given, and that's the same. So you can go lay down, you can come here and sit next to me. I will tell you what to do, and that's your thing to do. And once we use those, and she understands that it can work in that situation, meaning nothing bad happens, then she'll use them more naturally. So, but you know, she barks, we correct the barking.
Right.
And then we tell her what we'd like to see instead. Go lay down,
yep,
right, on the place bed. Right? That kind of stuff goes a very long ways. And then also, for me, I'm a stranger to her, right? So I have to build my relationship. The owners aren't going to have to do that. She already trusts you fully and all that. You're going to have to present the authority, right? It basically looks like this. If you ask her to stop doing something, or she does something she knows she's not supposed to, you correct it, okay? And then you direct her on something that she should be doing. If she doesn't listen to you, you ask her to do something and she doesn't listen, we correct for non-compliance, right? That's really as simple as it gets, and that's really going to clean any dog up, including her and her anxiety as well. See, there's a lot of drool here and stuff. All this anxiousness is simply because she has access to privileges and opportunities to resources that she really wouldn't get in the real path. She wouldn't be the one who gets everything and gets all the attention and all the resources. The one who gets all that is the one who then has to lead or is competent in making decisions in the pack. So she thinks, you
too
know,
many options.
She's so stressed because she has all these options. I have to worry about who's coming and going, right? Plus, I don't know what my day looks like. I kind of want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want to do this. It really is like a toddler. They don't know what they want. You really do have to give them structure and consequences for trying to break that structure. And then also freedom at the appropriate times where they can express. But she needs that, the ability to correct and then correct her.
Yep.
And once you have that, then you can successfully get rid of all the things we're hearing that she's struggling with.
Go away.
Oh, go away. Like the barking at the people that come in the house, I'm not even worried about that.
No,
right?
it's just a symptom.
That's so easily remedied, right? Okay, but what's more concerning is her anxiety and her stress and her insecurity. So if she thinks she has to concern herself with the people who come and go, she's going to stress about it.
Yep.
Because she's not meant to anyway. If she was in a pack with these dogs here, she would mimic them, right? And if they, you know, were a natural pack, meaning I wasn't including in it, they were just together, I think what would happen is any dog that went into this anxious state would be corrected. Because they can't communicate.
It disrupts the pack, yeah.
Yes, and you see dogs get corrected for being in states like this, right? So, basically, every dog's going to try to bark or try to take that lead role, all right? They're all going to try. It's just the other members of the pack correct it.
Yes.
Right? The ones who are more competent correct it, and in this case, humans.
Yeah.
Right? So if she steps up and says, who's here to let me deal with it, it's not, it's okay, these people are nice, it's knock it off, don't make noises like that, these are the guests, you don't deal with it, we do it. Right? You see the vibe?
Yes.
And it's just like, what are you doing? Let's focus on you being quiet.
Yes.
Not on saying, it's okay, these people are nice, you know Bob and Sherry, they've been here a million times, right?
Yeah.
That's not going to work because all she hears is soft language and you know, it's more like knock that barking off.
Yes. She
barks again, she's getting corrected.
Yep.
It's a 1-for-1, you bark, you get corrected, you bark, you get corrected, you're quiet, good. And that will go away. As far as her not being nervous, it's if she's quiet and she listens, she won't be nervous soon because she'll be able to see that there's no threat, right? If she trusts and respects you enough, you're going to say no to the barking, go lay down, deal with the people. She's going to then become comfortable because over time, she's going to realize that there is no danger. But she can't do that when she goes into this, I would say, panic, overreactive, right? Like barking obsessively at them. She's never going to get the opportunity to watch passively and see what's going on and learn about the situation. She's just going to be stuck doing that.
Yep.
Just stuck. And that won't ever change.
No, she'll be 9 years old barking.
It's just saying, believe me. Once they find a response, they just stay with it if they think it's working, right? So she's going to get a new response, which is to be passive. Go over there, relax, and let me deal with it, right?
Right.
that kind of thing. Another thing is she doesn't need to make relationships with people that come and go in the house. I know my dog doesn't make a relationship with the handyman that comes in or anything. It's like leave the dog alone kind of thing. But you can form relationships with people that are specific that you will need to have relationships with. This person will need a relationship with her. Then you can spend the time to build a relationship. As far as strangers, we don't need her to be like, I love strangers. We just need her to listen to us when we say be quiet, go relax. That will resolve that issue. Good girl. My first impression of our girl here is that she's nervous.
Yes.
Right? But also all that confidence was
fake.
It's just false, right?
It's false.
Just in that particular environment, she feels elevated because she has two humans, right? That she feels elevated.
And she's been with since 8 weeks old.
Right. But the first time that she got a little bit of punishment here for trying to go out there, she just snapped into yes sir, yes ma'am.
Yes.
And I said, good job. Now I don't have that old relationship where she's like, she knows me in and out, but I just don't see her. I feel like anything she wanted to do bad right now, I could say no, and she would
listen. Yep.
And I barely gave her.
Look at her.
What I'm trying to say is that I really think that in her upbringing there was lack of just a proper punishment.
Yes.
Where if I don't like something, I can do this, and that tells you that I don't like it, and it's aversive enough for you not to do it tomorrow. And then when I see that you choose not to do that, I tell you I'm very proud of you.
Yes.
Right? I think there was that element missing, that ability to say no and give an aversive that word.
Yep.
So she just became what she was.
And this is a dog with a really good temperament.
I think, I don't want to overspeak. So far, I'm seeing some really good stuff. She's really stressed though, because again, the position shift of being
I do what I
top
want.
tier to then shifting to a follower is going to be, an adjustment.
Yeah.
Because it means that she can't just free will.
Yeah.
She has to listen and be directed.
Yep.
And I see her understanding. This is a cool thing about dogs. She knows we're talking about that. People who are watching might think I'm talking about the commands. The way that we set it up, she understands I'm talking about a follower leader.
Yeah.
I want to be your pack member. I'm expressing to her, I want to protect you and I want to provide for you, but I need you to listen.
Yeah.
And she finds comfort in that right now because it's a new place and
totally.
Nothing familiar is around. So she sees, I will protect you. I'm invested in you. I want what's best for you. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Right? That kind of thing.
Yep.
And she will. That's that magic.
Love it.
That's that perfect avenue to go at, right? Give her love and show her that I'm here for you. And then it's tough love, really, is what people would call tough love. But here's the things that I don't like you to do. And if I ask you to stop doing them and you keep doing them, there will be a correction.
Yes.
And if you fight through the corrections, I'll do a firmer correction.
Yeah.
Right? Like a dog would.
But it's her
and
choice.
then a dog
Yeah.
submits.
Yeah.
They all submit to the situation. And then you say, good.
Good girl.
And you move on and listen, a week down the road, a couple of conversations like that, the dog, it irons out and the dog's a committed follower. And now all of a sudden, they're just listening because they find the value in following. And the brain gets stuck there because that's now the successful response. Right? Okay? Good. All right, honey girl.
Yeah, good girl, Lila. Good girl.